only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
President Joe Biden's comments last night on CNN in response to this past weekend's Trump rally when a comedian referred to Puerto Rico as an island of garbage. Well, these comments come as we're now 6 days out until the presidential election, as both presidential candidates are fighting to earn undecided voter support.
In this final stretch, the former President Donald Trump's campaign is using Joe Biden's comments to target him and the Vice President Kamala Harris.
My supporters are far higher quality than Crooked Joe or Lion Kamala. My response to Joe and Kamala is very simple. You can't lead America if you don't love Americans.
Donald Trump also referring to last weekend's rally right here where the controversy started as, quote, a love fest. Vice President Harris responded to Joe Biden's comments saying she disagrees with any criticism of people based on who they vote for.
Investigators are releasing new details about the arson attacks on ballot drop boxes in Washington and Oregon. Law enforcement sources tell ABC News the incendiary devices used carry markings that said Free Gaza and Free Palestine. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
Ballots burnt to a crisp in Washington and Oregon. These new images showing what's left in Vancouver. The paper charred and votes destroyed. Maggie Lind, a college student and first-time voter, learned her ballot was burned.
It was really jarring to hear. I think it's very unfortunate that we are at a time in a country where we're trying to silence others.
Officials in Clark County say about 475 damaged ballots were taken from a box that was burned early Monday. The same day, more ballots burned at a box in Portland, Oregon. Investigators believe these and a third incident earlier this month in Vancouver are all connected, the suspect using incendiary devices. Law enforcement sources telling ABC News those devices carried markings that said Free Gaza and Free Palestine. Authorities are now working to determine if the suspect is an activist for the pro-Palestinian cause or if the arsonist left the words to manipulate existing divisions in the U.S. Officials focusing their search on this Volvo, which they believe is tied to the suspect. Growing security concerns as we get closer and closer to this high-stakes election. Officials in Maricopa County, Arizona, ramping up security to help keep them safe.
Election workers are off limits.
With patrols on horseback, surveillance drones, and security cameras. And 24/7 monitoring has been implemented at ballot boxes in Clark County, Washington. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, to help keep votes secure, local officials plan to use LA County Sheriff helicopters to fly ballots from more than 600 polling stations to the central counting location where there will be armed security. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And don't forget to join us election night for the first results on WHAS 11 News at 6. Then at 7, we are streaming on WHAS 11 Plus and the WHAS 11 YouTube channel. At 11, we're here with the night team and the best political experts in town with any election night surprises in Kentucky and Indiana races.